slime in waiting. Do not bring that final slime together. You are not to fuse it yet. You are going to wait for everyone else, as there is a time-sensitive mechanic after that. We need everyone to do it at the same time. When your room is in a 4+1 configuration, you're going to shout something such as Southwest 4+1. This lets me know that you are ready to move on to the next step. Once every room has a 4+1, I will make sure that every room has a 4+1. I will ask for it again, double check yourselves, and then confirm that you have a 4+1. Then, on my call, you will merge your slimes. This means you'll pull that final slime into your slime and merge it, creating a +5 slime. This needs to happen within relative succession of each other. Once the first slime gets merged, we have 10 seconds for all of the other slimes to get merged. That way, we have it all in concert. Our goal is to have all 4 slimes merge within 10 seconds of each other. This will cause all 4 slimes to explode and die on the green pads within 10 seconds. Our ultimate goal is to have the 4 green pads have +5 slimes die on them within 10 seconds of each other. Therefore, do not merge a +5 slime until everyone else is ready, because you will cause a bunch of problems. DPS! There is 1 DPS assigned to every room. You are in charge of the red slimes in the room. These are the sanguine slimes. These slimes are your color, so you want to attack them. Once you've attacked them, you will drag them out to the north and south hallway doors, where people at 1 and 2 are waiting to help you kill them. People at 1 and 2, you are to help kill anything that comes near you. Stay near your door. We don't want you near the center. No one should be near the center. We want to have the slimes in the center just sit there. Instead, people at 1 and 2, your job is to look east and west of you to the rooms. If you see a red slime that has not been pulled out by the DPS, you are to immediately attack it, drag it out. We have 1 DPS assigned in there for extra redundancy, but 1 and 2, you are ultimately the people that also need to be looking. These red slimes are also your responsibility. If 1 red slime merges with the slime that the tank is building in there, it constitutes what is effectively an immediate slimes wipe. We will have to all die, exit, and re-enter again. So, if you see a red slime in there, pull it out immediately so it can be pulled away from the slime that the tank is building and be killed. These slimes will appear roughly every 20 seconds. Yes, wiggle check, there's a 10-minute instance kick. Don't get kicked out from being AFK. Once our slimes are rupturing, we are going to go out the north door and all the way east to roughly this position. There, we're going to hunker down and let the slimes explode well out of our range. If everything has been done successfully, the slimes will have been completed, 4 slimes will be exploding, and we will be done. So, from the top, I'm going to open the door, tanks go to their room, tanks pop invuln, tanks sweep their room over the green pad, touching the wall, then stepping on the green pad again. Healers are going to make sure their tank doesn't die, then go grab a green slime, bring it to their tank, and their tank is going to use ranged enmity to pull it off of them. Healers are not to drag it to the tank. Healers are going to continue to ferry slimes to their tanks, and tanks are going to continue to merge slimes, being very careful doing this 1 at a time. Merging slimes from +1 to +2 to +3 to +4. Stopping at +4 while their healer gets a final one. Check your room for a +4 slime on the green pad and 1 final slime on your healer, and call your room as a 4+1. Once every room is in a 4+1, I will call for a merge, at which point all tanks pull their slimes to their pull the slime off of their healer and merge the slimes on the green pads. These slimes need to be merged on the green pads because they will then start casting Rupture, which will kill them on the green pads. After you see your slime casting Rupture, we're evacuating all the way north and all the way east. During this time, DPS are going to be attacking the red slimes in the room, pulling them towards the north and south hallway, where 1 and 2 helps kill them. 1 and 2 are also going to be keeping an eye on the rooms, making sure that their DPS isn't being blind. If everything has been done successfully, we should be good. Things of note: no dancing. Dancing is way too big. It will pull aggro from basically everything. No AoE healing. Same reason. We want very strict aggro. We don't want to have aggro going everywhere. Use small AoE. Don't pull things, and stay away from the center. The green slimes in the center can just wander around. If one gets too close, pull it to the door and kill it. Do not go to the center to meet it there. If everyone is ready, they can step in front of the door. If anyone has any questions, please ask. I will let the other side know that Slimes is ready. This is not in, we do not need to use lost actions here. Save your lost actions for later. A few things to note. Healers, once that slime on your tank gets bigger, it will deal a lot more damage. Your tank will start taking more damage as it gets bigger. Be sure to keep them topped up and don't let them die. Tanks, you can pop mitigation. I recommend starting to roll mitigation after your slime hits about a +3. We are just waiting on golems to say that they are ready. This is not a note. This is not a race. Do things carefully, do things precisely, and we won't have any problems. Yeah, your rooms are in your relative positions. So A is northwest, B is northeast, C is southeast, D is southwest. No, tanks will not cause issues by self-healing with attacks such as Brutal Shell. I do not know if using Equilibrium causes issues. It might. I haven't had any problems. Just don't use Equilibrium when you have a +4 slime, and you should be good. But Bloodwetting and Thrill of the Battle work just fine as a tank. Or Raw Intuition, rather. Or as a warrior. Yep, do a wiggle check. I know, it is... I mean, I think, Saber doesn't have voice, and the other person, I don't believe, has ever called golems before, so they might have to be typing everything. It's fine. I'm gonna go check on them, see how they're doing. Okay. There's going to be a 30-second countdown. We are entering the moment this countdown begins. There's going to be a trap in the center. Don't run ahead of me until I pop the trap. Tanks, remember to have your tank stance on and pop invuln once you enter your room. And we're going in. Trap has been popped. Red slimes are out. Bring the red slimes out and kill them. Tanks in the room should never attack red slimes. Only let the DPS drag it out. If you see a Bojin soldier, or if you see an orange AoE underneath you, it is a Bojin soldier. Red slimes are out. Stun the Bojin soldier. Red slimes are out. Remember, this is not a race. Do things carefully. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. If you see a slime that shouldn't be fusing, you can interrupt it with head graze. Red slimes are out, I think. Yes. Red slimes are out. Remember to call your room as a 4+1 once you've gotten there. Southeast, northwest. Okay, quickly build up the southwest one again. Remember, don't over-merge slimes. Quickly build it up. Let it explode, build a new one. Quickly. Uh-oh. Someone pulled all of the slimes. We need to kill these immediately. Don't do that. Oh, this is going to be a slime swipe. Probably. I don't think we have enough time. Yeah, this is going to be a slime swipe. We don't have enough time. Remember, you need to merge your... You need to stop merging at 4. We're going to die. We don't have enough time. The Reaper is going to come and kill us shortly, probably. We're going to exit and re-enter. Yeah, there is, I think it's a 6-minute 30 enrage timer, at which point the Reaper will come and murder us. We have more than enough time to rebuild 1 slime, not necessarily 2. I think what happened there is we had an early merge on one of the southern slimes, and then slimes managed to make their way into the other rooms. Okay. I'm going to get a ready check. Make sure people are still here.
If Slime Side doesn't wipe at least one time, is it really a DRS run?
Lost Re-Raisers are... the Lost Re-Raise is an action, which we don't necessarily want to have. We want to save our lost actions as for our DPS actions. So if you're going to be using Lost Re-Raise action in combat, you have to overwrite a DPS action, which is, not ideal. That's why we tell people to use Feathers. Waiting on Noodle God in final form. Okay, I'm gonna get another ready check.
Game on.
Yes, Aria, we do. We just get your preload set up. Make sure you've got it.
You shouldn't have used any actions, so you only need to pop a Pure Essence and re-raise her again.
It helps if you set up two different loadouts. You have one as your preload, and then your second as your holster. That way, you can just, when we get in there, pop it immediately, and then switch. Cool.
One person.
Are we getting one guard over here? Shit.
Say that again.
Said, are we getting one guard over here? Shit.
Game on.
ABF. EC. Just waiting on Delta. Okay, going back down. ABC to the left, DEF to the right.
Are we good to call golems go into golem chat?
Yep.
Cool.
Want to make sure everyone is in their spots, remembers them. Is everyone here? I didn't see the pad turn dark. Everyone in A is here. Is everyone in B and C here? I didn't see the pad turn dark as I came down, so I think someone might still be up there. Is anyone from B or C still up top? Everyone from C here? Okay then. Maybe I just didn't see it. Okay, healers, jump please. Tanks, jump please. DPS, jump please. Okay. Once again, as I said before, the problem went wrong south is that I think slimes got out of... we had a green slime merge early. Remember to be looking at your slime as you're merging it. Healers, don't run the slime into the tank. Tanks, remember not to attack any slime that you don't wish to merge. And if you're all ready, step in front of the doorway. Up until that final time, things were looking good. At least up north. I don't know how things were headed down south. Yeah, you should avoid any type of AoE healing. AoE healing will generate aggro, and we don't want wide range aggro. Okay, once again, 30 seconds on the board. We are going in the moment this opens. Trap has been popped. Red slimes are out. Bring them out, bring them to the green pad. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. Someone died. Oh, we have a red slime up north. This is just going to be a slime wipe right here. We have a +4 red slime. There's no way we're going to kill it. It's just going to start it's just one-shotting people. Huh. This is what happens when a red slime merges. They start one-shotting people. Okay, we're gonna try again. Sometimes slime prog is necessary. Gonna grab another DPS real quick.
Also, if you're just waiting around, make sure you've got your preload ready to go. If you're at Gangos, just get it ready. We don't necessarily need Percept on Golem's side, because we can just involve traps, but it can be helpful for wipes, though. So, yeah.
We want a Percept on someone. That way, after Trinity Seeker, we can find the traps. It's not necessary, it's just helpful. We have enough invulns going around for slimes and golems that we don't need Percept for that, but we do need it for, or we do want one for after Trinity Seeker.
Yeah. Apparently, B needs a tank as well.
Yep.
Cool.
I just posted us. Hopefully, we get someone.
I think that's everybody.
Okay. Let's get a ready check. Please make sure you still have pure essences and re-razors.
Game on.
Oh, have the new people joined the chat? Cool. Okay, someone having a Azula.
Oh.
We lost that tank in B, Azula.
Yep.
They're still here in chat, I think. No, not even.
Sure, we could probably, we can duel in D if the other tank can solo D. I'm gonna open this slot to any slot. See if we can't get that final one. Okay,
Game
get a ready
on.
check.
Allie, it might be a good idea to spam in chat for people to join the VC.
Yeah.
Because it looks like we've got at least 2 or 3 in there that aren't in here.
Okay, Eclipse said BRB. B shouldn't need a pseudo tank if Living Sky is going to fulfill all of the roles. If someone wants to swap to a pseudo tank, they can, but we only need one person to do it if they are going to. But Living Sky said they are good solo tanking, so we should be good.
Right, and B. For whatever reason, I got B and D mixed up. If someone can pseudo tank in D, or B rather, would be helpful. The tank's main role is just for the final few fights, they're mainly going to be popping Aether Shield for raid wides. So if someone can bring Stone Skin 2 instead of a DPS action for the final few fights to help out, that's all we would need. Okay, let's get another ready check, see how things are going.
Game on.
Oh.
Just waiting for Eclipse to get back, it looks like. Dude, it's fucking hot here. Can't wait for it to get another hour or so where the temperature is going to drop down from like 80 to 70. Look, I'm in the top room of I'm like on the top room of a house. It's like 95 in my room. It sucks. Like, I just get all of the heat of the house in my room, and I also have a room facing the sun, so it's even worse. You know, I don't know how people can live without AC unless they live in, like, Carolina or something. Oh my god. So someone in my FC lives in, I don't know, Minnesota or something. Yeah, Minnesota. And their air quality literally was expected to be at like what they classified as a green, and then the fires came in and their sky just went like fucking Dark Souls red, and they're just like, yeah, no, our air quality is actually just red. Don't go outside. You're risking health. Uh, B pseudo tank should not bring sacrifice. Lust sacrifice is only good for tanks because Indomitable gives it a 50-50 chance of not proccing Doom. Just the air, just the stone skin is all we need, and make sure it's stone skin too, so it's party wide, not personal. We are just waiting on Iku to return. They said their game was lagging, so they're relogging. There we go. Okay. One last ready check. Tab back
Game
in.
on.
Okay. We're queuing in. You know what to do. Re-Razor, Pure Essence. Ugh. I'm fine to do slimes as many times as it takes. I just don't know about the rest of everyone.
Game on.
A is ready. B ready. A, B, C, E, F. Just waiting on Delta. Okay, that's fine. Okay, A, B, C to the left, D, E, F to the right.
If you're in Golem side, make sure to go to Golem shot.
Yep. Okay. Add it again. A, B, C, D, 1, 2. Please help me. Okay. Healers, jump please. Tanks, jump please. Okay, I will tank at D. DPS, jump please. Okay. Only thing that went wrong north, how many people are on 1 and 2? Can you guys spread out just a bit so we can get a head count? There's 5 north, 6, 7 south. Can I have one person from south go north? Perfect. Okay, no. Link C, go back north. Perfect. Should have 6 both ways now. Okay, hopefully that will resolve any issues with north not being able to kill their reds fast enough. Do remember that you can interrupt a red fusing in order to prevent it from getting bigger. As you saw, when reds get big, they start one-shotting. So they need to die. Bring them to the pad away from the group so that they don't need to worry about it. And if everyone is ready, let's step in front of the doorway. Yeah, don't use dots. Use single target attacks only. You should all be glare bots for this, effectively. No other attacks other than glare. And no other healing, basically, other than Cure 2, effectively. We don't want to drag aggro if we don't need to. Okay. 30 seconds on the clock. Tanks, turn on tank stance. Remember not to go ahead of me. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. I'm a greedy bastard, so southwest 4+1. Remember to stop fusing at +4. Red slimes are out. Northeast 4+1. Remember, this is not a race. Don't do by my example. Northwest 4+1. Remember to center your slime on the green pad. Okay, I want to see all of those again. Southwest 4+1. Northeast 4+1. Southeast 4+1. Northwest 4+1 still. Okay, merge. Merge now, merge now, merge now. Remember to center the green slime and merge it. Do not leave the pad until you see Rupture being cast. And everyone out the north door and all the way east. Out the north door and all the way east. Healers, if anyone is far behind, rescue them. If anyone is far behind, rescue them. We want everyone at the back wall. Everyone at the back wall. All the way into the corner. Hug your head behind your ass and pray to God. Stack up for the death dot. We're going to PK anything that comes to us. Okay, don't hop on that pad. Do not hop on that pad. Make sure everyone in your party is alive. A is alive. C is alive. Is everyone in B alive? Okay, we're hopping on the pad and going up. Nice clean slimes. Get your loot. No one else can get it for you. All loot is personal. Bacon, do not do what I do. Do what I say. For a second there, I was a little bit worried I had too many slimes, but I did the math and it worked out.
We still got two over in that. Not they're moving. One in golem. There we go.
Does Cafe kill the red slime in the room?
No, Cafe pulls red slimes out, but they have the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. We have the first three slimes.
Oh,
bring them into
yeah.
the rooms.
I reserve that for tanks that know what the hell they're doing. Like, I just went and grabbed immediately 5 slimes and pulled them to my room because I know what I'm doing, but, like, it can cause issues doing it that way. Like, it is very easy to pull too many slimes.
Yeah, because some tanks, like you said, if they don't know what they're doing, they pull 3, 4, 5, 6 of them at a time and not know.
Yeah. That's why I have our tank sit in their room and have the healers do it. If a tank is comfortable, like, I don't know if you saw me, I immediately pulled 5 slimes and went to my room.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a greedy
seen.
little bastard, but like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I seen like 5 of them go over there. I'm like, okay.
Okay. For anyone who is new, this purple line right here that separates the ring and not ring is on every server a readiness marker. If you're outside of the ring, you are not ready. If you are inside the ring across the purple line, you are ready. This is true on every server across NA, or all the big ones at least. Any of them that you've heard of, this will be true of. So, if you're ready to fight, you step in front of the purple line. If you need to let your dog outside because it wants to go eat a bird, good Fido, kill those birds. Let them go behind the line. Go watch your dog have a feast. Come back with a bloody mouth, and then step back across the line when you're ready. You just got dinner for yourself. Okay, welcome to Trinity Seeker. I lied. This isn't Trinity Seeker. That nameplate is lying to you. This is actually just Ravana Savage. And there's not much to explain other than I call this boss relative. So if I say something like front, front, back, back, you will stand in front of the boss for 2 hits, then behind the boss for 2 hits. If I say left, right, right, left, you stand left of the boss for 1 hit, right of the boss for 2 hits, and then left of the boss for the final hit. Will stand in front of the boss for 2 hits. Other than that, things will be called out on the fly. If I say left, right, right, left, this is an enraged fight, so use food, use lost actions. Use pots if you want to, but this boss does have an enraged, and we need to kill it before that timer happens. If you die at any point during this raid from here on out, pop a re-raiser. Re-raisers are going to be your first line of defense, so if you die and you stand back up, pop a re-raiser after making sure you're clear of all mechanics. We don't want you to immediately die while you still have Transcendence, but if your Transcendence goes off, you need to have re-raiser up. We do not need Shell yet. Shell will be later on in the raid. Okay, we are just waiting on probably Org and Daiki. Tanks, make sure your tank stance is off. Unless someone wishes to volunteer to be main tank. But I don't see anyone volunteering, so I will be the main tank. So, make sure your tank stance is off. Once again, this is an enraged fight, so food, lost actions, pot if you want to. 30 seconds, on the board. You know, I have been to this boss so many times, but I've never actually chanced it to see at what point you face pull the boss. Our first mechanic is going to be a raid wide. Wait for the cast bar. There's the cast bar, raid wide. Up next, we're going to have a friendly clone. This friendly clone will appear at A. It is the only friendly clone of the night. There it is. And there it goes. Fourfold. We're going to be front, front, back, back. Front, front, back, back. One, two, crossover. 3, 4. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Everyone in the get near the boss. We're gonna be in the hitbox shortly. Everyone in the boss. We're gonna be in the hitbox shortly. Get in the hitbox. Get in the hitbox. Be inside the hitbox. Up next, all tanks up front. Sharebuster. I need to be the only tank up here. Solo Buster. Up next, we're going to have a knockback and hide. Knockback or hide. We're going to get behind a barrier, get behind a barrier, get behind a barrier, break your chain, and get behind a barrier. Back on the boss. Up next, we have Ifrit dashes and a knockback or hide. We're going to be in front of a barrier. We are starting at 1, and we're going to be in front of the barrier at 2. Start at 1, be in front of the barrier at 2. Be in front of the barrier at 2, in front of the barrier at 2, in front of the barrier at 2. Back on the boss. Everyone's raid-wise, stay stacked on 2, stay stacked on 2, stack up on 2. Stay stacked, line AoE. Remember, if you've died, pop a re-raiser. Stay stacked, stay stacked. We're baiting more line AoEs. You know how this game works. You see orange, you step out of orange. Stay stacked until then. Up next, we have Be on Stone, Be on Stone. We have Sander Stone. Up next, Be on Stone. There are going to be cones coming from the center of the arena. Rotate them around the center of the arena. Do not overlap them. Do not point them towards the party. Cones are going to come from the center of the arena on tethers. Rotate the tethers around the center, away from the party. Be on sand, be on sand. Tethers away. Do not overlap them. Do not point them into the party. Be on stone, be on stone. Tethers away. Do not overlap them. Out of the orange. Up next, we're going to be raid wide, then we're going to be intercard of the boss. Be intercard of the boss now, be intercardinal of the boss. We're starting at B. We are starting at B. Then we are going to be right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Cross over. Cross over again. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Break your chains. Do not DPS LB. LBs are strictly reserved for healers, raid wide. Tank Buster, do not be with me. Next, I believe we have Mercies and Sand and Stone. Boss's hitbox is Stone. The boss's hitbox is Stone. We're gonna be left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Be on Stone, be on Stone. Boss's hitbox is Stone. Be on Stone. 1, 2, crossover. Be on Sand, be on Sand. 3, 4. One more random one. Be on sand, or be on stone, be on stone, 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 stone. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. We are resolving. Crisscross, orange, flower. Crisscross, orange, flower. Raid wide. Wait for my call to healer LB3. Be near the boss. Get inside the hitbox. We are going to have a knockback and hide and off-center fourfold, I believe. Knockback and hide and off-center fourfold. We're going to be behind 4, behind the barrier at 4, behind the barrier at 4, front, back, front, front, back, front. Be ready. Crossover. Crossover again. Break your chains, then healer LB3. Break your chains, then healer LB3. We have a knockback and hide and sand and stone. Knockback and hide and sand and stone. Be on stone, be on stone, behind a barrier. Stone, then behind a barrier, behind a barrier, behind a barrier. Kill the boss. Just kill it. Don't go ahead. Do not go ahead. There are traps ahead. Instead, get your loot and wait. Remember, if you've died, pop a re-raiser. We have Res Protocol. Stand on a body, then slot in a Lost Arise plate, then try it. Then, if you've ran out of your plate, step off of the body and let someone else try. This will spread our Lost Arises throughout the raid and prevent it all from being on one person. We have dead bodies over here. Any healers? Slot in Lost Arise and try it. Remember, Lost Arise has a 10% chance of resurrection on a body if a healer is using Divine. This is why we require our healers to use Divine. These bodies would stop using arm's length and dodging our attempts at resurrection. That would be much appreciated. You're moving an awful lot for a body that is supposed to be dead, rolling around on the floor like that. Are there any more deaths? I do not see any. Okay, we are moving
One more
forward.
by the northeast.
Oh, okay, no, one more death. Hey, do not step on the golden pad. You will just instantly die. Instead, we are taking a right. The golden pad is for our duelist who should be prepared for the duel. Instead, take a right, avoid the traps, and stand in front of the Dahu arena. Pop a re-raiser if you've died. I don't know if I was fighting for aggro at the start there, so tanks, double check your stances, please. We are waiting for our duelist for the RP
For
text.
the Cure 4 and the Fizz range from D, please come back to the dual pad for buffs.
The dual pad is the golden pad, so if you're the Cure 4 and Fizz ranged for Alliance D, go meet the person there and give him your buffs when he requests it, and then come back. We do not need Shell yet. Shell will be, the first time we will require Shell is during the boss for Trinity Avowed. This is a listening check. Do not pull Dahu. This is a listening check. Do not pull Dahu. I will repeat, do not pull Dahu. Congratulations, you have passed the listening check. We are waiting for the RP text to say that the duelist has begun. Or until the duelist tells us that he fucked up and just immediately died, but there we go. Okay. There's not much to know about Dahu other than he just has a bunch of orange that you're going to need to avoid. But there is one thing to note, and that is he puts numbers above your head. When you get a number above your head, you go to that waymark. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. It's not a limit cut, because it's not a two-part numbers mechanic. It is just one numbers mechanic with AoEs. Limit cut requires the boss to do two different things. Okay. If anything, it's closer to Flood Rays. Okay, there is going to be no countdown as we have an active duel in progress, so I'm just going to pull the boss now. Avoid the orange. The boss is going to put puddles down. Avoid the puddles. The Dahu is going to dash shortly. Do not be in front of the Dahu. Instead, head south. Head south. Do not be in front of the Dahu. Head south. Avoid the cone. Great, we have another dancing sage. Avoid the line lions. Avoid the line lions. Up next, we're going to have numbers above our head. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Then be near or far. Be near or far. We're going to have jukes. Out of the juke, then into the juke. Out of the juke, then into it. Get knocked back into a safe spot. Get knocked back into a safe spot. If you know the secret jutsu, you can use it. 5 cones in front of the boss. 5 cones in front of the boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up next is Ad's phase. Treat this as a tank buster on the main threat. So today has been Father's Day, and I haven't called my father yet. So after Daihu, I'm gonna go do that. You know, your father is one of the people that brought you into this world. You know, sometimes they're shitty, sometimes they're not, but you gotta respect them for at least getting it on. Unless you're a test tube baby, I guess. In which case, congratulations. You managed to exploit nature. And we are back. Congratulations to our duelist. Avoid the lines, avoid the puddle. Jukes. Out of the juke, then into the juke. One to one, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Tanks, if you get a flare above your head, you're headed south. 3, 4, everyone else north to 1, 2. Tanks with flares to 3 and 4, everyone else to 1 and 2. Five more cones. We have 1 DC in B, or A, so healers don't go. They are dead. And while that is being resolved, I'm going to mute and call my dad. Okay, I am back. Let's get this raid back on the road. Everyone alive? Looks like it. A person in A came back, and they're back alive, so we should be good. Iku, have you ever considered getting a local ISP instead of a big one? Have you actually checked if there's a local ISP? Death on the way? What do you mean death's on the way? No one dies to QG. Bold assumption there. Okay, I need tanks on 1, 2, A, B, and 4. I need 2 dispellers on D. Two dispellers on D, please. I have 1 dispeller on D. Can I get a second dispeller on D, please? Okay. Dispellers, do you know what you're doing? Jump if you do. Okay, Dispeller. During the first boss, the boss on the east side, the warrior, after every major mechanic, he is going to be boosting. Your goal is to dispel that boost, because if he gets off his next cast while he is boosted, he is going to do raid-wide tank buster. So everyone dies, basically. So we have 2 dispellers for redundancy. Hopefully one of you 2 will all be alive throughout the entire fight to dispel him as he appears. Or as he boosts. I will also be calling it out for you to dispel them. So don't worry too much about it. That's all you're going to be doing, is you're just going to be dispelling him as he appears, or as he boosts, just so we don't do raid-wide tank busters. It'll be a little red icon, just like the blue mage boost. Or red, it's a red icon. Yes, this will also be during the Steelforge, and it's the same boss that does the Steelforge and Spell Sting. Yeah. You're not doing a whole lot of damage. Support's not doing a whole lot of damage. Or, at least healers aren't. This is the one boss where the healers take the L for damage. Tanks, do you know what you're doing? Jump if you do. Okay, that's fine. Number 2, tank with the Ignore 2, you are my off tank. You are going to be taking the boss on the east. So first you're going to take the warrior, you're going to take him to the wall, then you're going to take the gunner and you're going to put him in the center. Basically, when the bosses appear, you're taking the east side boss. Tanks on 1, 2, A, and B, you are Aura-Sphere tanks. At the final phase of the fight, Aura-Spheres are going to appear. 1 and 2 are North Aura-Sphere tanks, A and B are second Aura-Sphere tanks. 1 and A are first in line, 2 and B are second in line. During the final phase of the fight, Aura-Spheres are going to appear north and south. There will be 2 sets of them. When the first set appears, 1 and A, you guys are to turn on your tank stance. Go to the Aura-Sphere, provoke it, tomahawk it, make sure you're top aggro, and when it dies, you pop invuln, because About 5 seconds later, the RS sphere is going to spite check you. This spite check will kill you if you don't have invuln up. After you've taken that spite check, turn off your tank stance, and you are done. Then, a little while later, the second set of RS spheres will appear. 2 and B turn on their tank stance. 2 goes north, B goes south. They Voke, they get aggro, and when it dies, they pop invuln. That's all you're doing. Anybody on waymarks currently have any questions? And can I have reflectors say A through F, please? You don't need to be in that party to be a reflector for that letter. We just need 6 reflectors. You can be a reflector if you are also a dispeller, as you will only need dispel for the first half of this fight, and reflect is for the second half of this fight. I have yet to check party, but hopefully people can get reflects A through F sorted while I get materials. Saber is halfway on it. In Raid Chat 1, you will find an array of materials that will be useful for the raid. I see reflectors A, B, C, D, F. Living Sky, you're going to be the second tank. You're going to be taking the boss that spawns on the east side of the arena. So that is going to be the warrior and then the gunner. And you're just going to need to move the boss where I tell you to. But you're just basically going to be taking that boss and holding it. You can do Reflect E. Okay. Reflectors. If you look in Raid Chat 1, you will see a diagram for reflecting. Tell me if you don't understand Living Sky. In Raid Chat 1, you will see a diagram with black and blue circles. You are going to start on the black circles if you're a reflector. There are going to be AoEs that appear. You're going to start on the black circles. That's going to be lining up with these waymarks. You're going to cast Reflect in the AoE, then move along the black line, as the arrow tells you to, and stand in the next AoE, which is going to be in a blue circle, and cast Reflect again. So, let's say I'm, let's go F Reflect this time. Let's say I'm F Reflect. I'm going to cast Reflect. I'm going to sit in the AoE that is going to be around the F marker. And I'm going to cast Reflect. It's going to go off, and then I'm going to follow my line to about here, where there is a second AoE going off. I'm going to cast Reflect here, and I'm going to get hit by this AoE with Reflect up. That will reflect this AoE. That is all I need to do. Then, a little while later, I'm going to need to do that again. There's going to be an AoE at 4. I'm going to need to reflect it. And then, I'm going to follow the black line up to here, and I'm going to reflect this AoE. That's it. That's all you need to do for reflecting. Do remember that Reflect is a GCD action, so I recommend stop attacking during this point while you're doing your reflection duties. Do reflectors have any questions? Okay. There is one final mechanic we need to talk about, and that is going to be the Mystadio mechanic. This is going to be the Orbone Monastery mechanic, where the dude pulls out a sniper scope and puts 3 yellow circles around you, or 3 yellow triangles around you. This is also known as the Show Your Hole mechanic, because the boss is going to try and shove balls down you. You need to show them your hole so you can successfully take those balls. And then you're going to need to point your ass towards the turrets so it can take those balls as well. You're gonna have three You're gonna have 3 yellow circles around you, and there's gonna be a gap in them. You're gonna first point that gap towards the center, and then there are going to be turrets lining up the east and west half of the arena, and they're gonna have arrows in them. You need to point your hole towards one of these turrets, and you need to be directly in front of one of these turrets. In Raid Chat 1, there is an image showing that they do in fact overlap. So you need to be directly in front of one of them, because otherwise you're going to be clipped. Finally, this is where we have purple and yellow going out. Healers slot in yellow and purple, and we are going to be passing them out as we go. You need to use yellow on casters and purple on anybody that does physical damage. During the first half of the fight, I'm going to tell you to either click off yellow or click off purple. If you do not get rid of the debuff, you are going to be dealing 0 damage. So, I need our healers to start passing out yellow and purple, and when people are ready, step across the purple line.
Yes, do remember to move. Don't get AFK kicked.
I think we have a DC still.
Do we have a DC? Monk, DC, and Party E. Okay, hold off on yellow and purple till they get back. Everyone just peace out for a bit. Keep moving. If that person isn't back in 10 minutes, they're going to get kicked out of the party for being AFK. So hopefully they don't DC for too long. Yellow and purple are going to need to be up on the people. I'm going to tell you to click off one type of buff because the bosses are going to be immune to a certain type of damage, whether that is magic or physical. These buffs will convert all damage you do to one of those types to make sure that the bosses are always vulnerable to whatever damage you're doing. So if I say click off purple, you need to stop casting purple. If I say click off yellow, you need to stop casting yellow. We are just waiting for the DC to get back. You can hold off on yellow and purple casting until the DC gets back. Unless, I mean, do the yellow and purple? It's been so long. Do the yellow and purple have cast uses? Oh, they don't? Oh, well, keep casting it if you want. I'm not one to tell you no. I thought they did. Cast all you want, I don't care.
If party E only has steel, that's fine. We can have people that need purple to be on 3, and people that need yellow to be on B when the boss fight happens. So in the middle of the boss fight, yellow on B, purple on 3. If you need purple now, you can stand on 3, and people will pass it to you. So if you deal any amount of physical damage, you need to be with purple. If they've been gone since 44. Yep. Wait, there's only 47 people. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm surprised that they haven't been kicked yet. You sure? I thought I could swear people got kicked if they were gone for more than 10 minutes while AFK. In any case, we're just gonna have to go without them. Okay, everyone, if you're ready, step across the purple line. E is just gonna have to live without a healer LB. I wish you the best of luck. We are just waiting on Aria Amore and... okay. Yep, just Aria Amore. Okay. All tanks, turn on your tank stance. We're going to be fighting for aggro because we have a duelist. 30 seconds on the board. Use food, use lost actions. This is an enrage fight. We're all going to be fighting for aggro. If after 2 GCDs you are not top aggro on one of the bosses, evoke it. We want to make sure our duelist doesn't get murked. Raid wides. Second raid wide. If you're not one of the main tanks, turn off your tank stance. If you're not one of the main tanks, turn off your tank stance. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center, warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Click off purple, need yellow. Click off purple, need yellow. If you have the purple buff, you're dealing literally 0 damage. Our first mechanic is going to be a bomb mechanic. We're going to stand on a bomb and take it. It is going to be Shield Omen. We are going to get knocked onto a bomb on the side with a tether. We are getting knocked towards the side with a tether. Tethers the small, non-tethers the big. Tethers the small, non-tethers the big. Get knocked back on the side with a tether towards a bomb. Tethers the small, non-tethers the big. If you land first, go to a place where explosion just was. If you land first, go to a place where explosion just was. Back on the bosses. Dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior.
Warrior is boosting now. Dispel, dispel, dispel. Warrior has been dispelled raid wide. Remember, I didn't say it before, but the bosses need to die at the same time, keep their HP even. Up next, we have Wind and Lightning. Tethers to Wind, non-tethers to Lightning. We are then going to look towards the center to see what the boss is doing and be either near or far from the French fry. Tethers to Wind, non-tethers to Lightning. Look towards the center, be near or far from the French fry. Tethers to Wind, non-tethers to Lightning. We're going to be far from the French fry. Far on the side without the French fry. We're going to be far east. Far east. Back on the boss. Dispel the Warrior. Dispel the Warrior. Warrior is currently boosted. Dispel. Good. Holy shit. Worried me there for a second. Up next, we're going to have another bomb mechanic. This time it's going to be Sword Omen. We're going to take a bomb against the wall. We're going to take a bomb against the wall. Click off purple. Need yellow. No change. Click off purple. Need yellow. No change. We are taking a bomb against the wall. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Take a bomb against the wall. Take a bomb against the wall. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. Dispel the Warrior, dispel the Warrior. Be wary of Warrior's health. Knight is a little bit high. Even him out. Dispel the Warrior, dispel the Warrior. Warrior is boosted. They're evened out. Attack the Warrior, attack the Warrior. Stop the Knight, stop Knight. Kill Warrior, kill Warrior. Next phase, you can get off yellow and purple. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Our first mechanic is going to be a Mustadio mechanic. It is going to be jumping fireball frogs. Big fireballs create big AoEs. Small fireballs create small AoEs. The safe spot will be between the two frogs that jump second. Safe spot is going to be south. The safe spot is going to be south. Show your hole to the center. Then wall. Back on the boss. Tank Buster. Raid wide. Up next, we have turrets. Main tank, get ready. Main tank, get ready. You're gonna pick up the turret that's on your side, main tank. Evoke it, and everyone needs to kill these turrets when they appear. Kill the turrets, kill the turrets. These turrets need to die. Get ready to invuln. Invuln this sniper shot main tanks. Kill the other turret, kill the other turret. The other turret needs to die. Kill the other gun turret. Bosses are even. Up next, we have fire or ice, pyretic or ice. Get ready. Keep moving, keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Keep moving, keep moving. Do not stop to cast. Up next, we have our next Mustadio mechanic. This is going to be jumping clones. Tethered clone swing, clones jump twice. Tethered clone swing, clones jump twice. This is going to be a Mustadio mechanic, so show your hold. Soldier's a little bit high. Tethered clone swing. Clones jump twice. Show your hole. The safe spot is north. The safe spot is north, I think. Oh, fuck, show your hole. Center. Wall. Back on the boss. I was correct. It was north. Raid wide. Gunner is high. Gunner's 5% high. Even amount. Tank Buster. We will LB during the transition. Kill the soldier and healer LB3. Healer LB3 now. Healer LB3 now. Reflectors, get ready. Aura-sphere tanks, get ready. Everyone, we need to kill the Aura-spheres at north and south. Aura-spheres at north and south need to die. Aura-sphere tanks. Reflectors, reflect. Reflectors, get ready. Aura-sphere tanks, get ready. Stop attacking. Reflectors, reflect. Kill the Aura-spheres, kill the Aura-spheres, kill the Aura-spheres. Aura-spheres need to die. Kill the bosses, kill the bosses. This is an enrage cast. Kill it. Nope, that's enrage. We're gonna enter again. I'll get a ready check. We're gonna enter again.
Game on.
If you're leaving, you can leave. We're gonna see who is staying. That's fine. I understand if people need to leave.
I think it would be a good idea to see if we can get more people to fill for this.
Yep.
There's more.
I'm gonna try and fill us back up. See you around. Okay. Anyone AFK? Kick. Okay. I'm going to open the party back up. Nope, I just kicked the DC'd monk. Okay, so those 3 parties need at least 1 tank.
Are you just putting it in Party Finder, or are you taking it from queue?
I'm just going to put it in Party Finder.
Okay.
If you're new, remember you need to have the loadout. Okay.
I crashed, but I will return shortly.
Yes, this is going to be the second run. Technically fourth. But we don't count the other three. In the meantime, I'm going to give it like a while. I'm going to be back. I'm going to go throw food in the oven, and we'll see where we're at when I'm back. Okay, we have 40 people. I'm gonna give it 10 more minutes.
No, oh, hang on.
Can I have a DPS from F move to Alliance C? Password is 8831. 1 DPS from Alliance F, go to C. Okay. This is a ready check. See, people are here and are ready. Double check your holster.
Game on.
Gonna just, yeah. We are missing supports. It's fine.
We're just gonna make do. I'm going to go flip my food in the oven, and if we don't have last person by the time I get back, we're just gonna enter. I don't know if we have a duelist. We had one in the previous. I don't know if they left or not.
What was the password?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Password was 8831. All right, there we go. F now has an LB3.
Game on.
Thank fuck.
Hey, we filled. Okay. One more ready check. Please tab back in.
Game on.
Please tab back in. Okay. We have just barely enough tanks. Good. Waiting on Arya and Azrael. Okay, Arya is ready. Just waiting on Azrael Nephilim.
Azrael Nephilim, let us know, please.
They said that they're currently filling their holster and they'll be ready.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure things are moving. That's perfectly fine. The pseudo healer, you don't necessarily need a pseudo healer or pseudo. The only thing that we're gonna need for parties with one healer is someone to bring the other action. So communicate with your healer for in E. Someone communicate with your healer to see whether you need yellow or purple, and that's all you should need. You guys your summoner should be a Cure 4, which will be sufficient healing because Cure 4 go burr. Like, legitimately, you probably heal more with Cure 4 than the healer heals, if you check the logs.
Usually you do, yeah.
So we just need someone in Alliance E to bring yellow or purple. Yeah, no, Azrael, it's perfectly fine. This is any prog. So I don't care if you're a fresh baby that just got popped out of your mom's womb. As long as you can bring the base requirement actions, anyone can come. Just don't feel too bad about dying. This is an alliance raid, so deaths are to be somewhat expected. This is why we have you bring resistance re-raisers to help you mitigate the issues. Help keep you alive so you learn more. Help keep our limited number of resurrections on our healers. You know, everyone has to start somewhere. This isn't a hardcore reclear like they do over on Primal, so this is... We take anyone that wants to come, we build them up experience, hopefully they come back time after time, and with enough experience that the people have, we eventually clear these fights and get our dog. Whether that be from people on ABBA building up their experience here, or going over to LEGO, or there's a large overlap between the communities. We just share people, and once everyone builds up their experience, we clear. Damn, you kicked your housemate to the curb. Is having the armor a big advantage due to haste? Kind of. But honestly, armor is kind of a luxury. You can completely clear without it. The armor is like 12% if it's unaugmented, and then 17% if it is augmented. But you don't need it to clear. You're going to do more damage if you learn how to stay alive than worrying about the armor. Someone said, wait, Divine Foxfire. Oh, okay.
Azrael, if you're looking for making sure what's in your holster and whatnot, you should just be able to see in the chat, because like there's loadout guides in there that you can use. So just...
Yeah, in ABBA, on ABBA, there's
resources for that.
Yeah, on ABBA, there's a loadout you can check there. But as long as you have a pure essence, and as long as you have blue resistance re-raise or feathers, you're doing better than some people, and that's honestly the bare minimum requirement. You don't need light curtains. Light curtains are an extra. They just help you skip a mechanic on Queen.
I don't bring them because I'm a cheap asshole. You don't need them. But they do help. If you like to pad your DPS, they very much do help. As long as you have pure essences, or I guess for you that's elders, you're doing well. Okay, let's zone in. Light curtains are kind of like you shouldn't have more than like 3 light curtains, honestly. If you have like 10 light curtains, you should remove 8 of them and get a re-raiser instead, honestly. Yeah, light curtains are for filling up your holster with the last little numbers that nothing else can fit. But like you don't want to bring too many of them. Yeah. I think when I was new, I was bringing like 6 re-raisers. Eco is DCing. Okay. Good old Comcast. You don't necessarily need resistance ether kits. Resistance ether kits are, eh. Like, as long as you can do your rotation well enough and you're not going mana negative too hard, resistance ether kits are not necessary. Yeah, honestly, you should just, without, like, if you're new... Oh, Marco left.
Right.
Interesting. See if we can't get 1 more DPS. "13 ether kits. Good lord. At that point, you might as well just convince a Fizz range to bring Cure 2 for you. Screw it. Give me a DPS from F into A. The healer just DM'd me saying that they kick them because they're having connection issues. 1 DPS from F, come to A, and then we're zoning in. 8831. Okay. Well, fuck it. That's fine with me then. Party finder. Let me unlock the slot. Edit. Slot is unlocked. 8831. Trying to get in before we lose too many more people. You don't use Lost Fair Trade. It's garbage. It's a literal meme action. They would need to increase the potency of it by, like, I don't know, 200% for it to be even worth considering. What does the dice do? The dice taketh and the dice giveth, but mostly taketh. I don't know if Gilbert Airhorn is coming back. Can I have 1 DPS from D move to A? 1 DPS from D move to A. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, 1 DPS from D, please move to A. So we can converge our LB. So, Lave, I guess, if you can move to A, please. And then we're going to zone in. Party D is not going to have LB3, but I hope you're good. I wish you the best of luck. 8831 is the password. Okay, party finder, recruit, and we're zoning in. Please commence. Tab back in and commence. The main party isn't really a main party. No pressure. 2 people, please tab back in, press commence. C is the main party. True, C is the main party right now. Let's get another ready check real quick. Let's see how many people we're missing. Demix Laplace. Yeah, it's literally just let me in. Literally commencement prog. Okay, we're just waiting on Demix Laplace. Yeah, it's literally, can we commence? Savage. Okay, we're zoning in, hit commence. 3 people missing. Yes! Zone in! Commencement prog success! Now, can we do the 2 sides again? I did not check. Is Saber still here? Do we still have a party lead for Golem side? Or a Golem's lead?
I'm co-leading. I think it was Zim who said that they were going to co-lead with me. No, they were going to lead.
Okay, as long as we have a Golem side leader, that's fine. I trust with the collective experience of doing Golem side 3 times that someone is able to figure out how to explain golems to people. I know I'm putting a lot of faith in this raid, but you can do it.
Your faith is misplaced, my friend.
Just don't disappoint me, okay? I've already been disappointed enough in my life.
Hmm. Looks like we got a DC on email. So not moving. And apathy is living up to their name.
Hey, we have a DC and A, that's fine. While all this shit's going on, I'm gonna go get my food. Get ready checks
Game on.
when everyone is there.
Extra, did you... You're supposed to stand with the group, man.
Can someone in my party pick up yellow or purple? One of the probably fizz ranged. Okay. A, D, F, E, C. We are just waiting on Bravo, it looks like. Remember to communicate with your party. Make sure everyone has you have both yellow and purple. Okay, so A, B, C to the left, D, E, F to the right then.
If you're in golems, slide down a call so we can explain the mechs.
Someone in B, do a ready check to awaken them at the up. Okay, can I have one tank, one healer, one DPS on ABCD? One tank, one healer, one DPS, ABCD. Everyone else between 1 and 2. Okay, can I have the tanks jump, please? ABCD tanks jump. Okay, ABCD healers jump, please. We have 2 healers on D, or is that tank still jumping? Tanks, you can stop jumping. I just need the healers to jump. We are missing a healer on B. Can I get a healer on B, please? Okay, healers jump again. I want to see 4 people jumping. Okay, and DPS ABCD jump, please. Do we have a DPS on C? Okay, good. We Lave, you can go back. There's DPS on C. Everyone else, split yourselves between 1 and 2. Looks like there's 4 people on 1 and 6 people on 2. So we'll both go. That's fine. Okay. Way Slimes works is the positions that we're in right now are roughly approximate to the positions we will be in the next area. A is the northwest room, B is the northeast room, C is the southeast room, and D is the southwest room. Tanks, you can turn on your tank stance now. When I open the door, tanks, you're going to go to your room, and once you've crossed the threshold, you're going to pop invuln. You're going to run over your pad and touch the wall. This will pop any trap that is in your room. Then you're going to stand on the green pad and wait for your healer. Healer, your tank has popped invuln. Don't let them die. You know, invuln is just, I'm not going to die yet. Don't let that yet happen. Then, once you've made sure your tank isn't going to die, go to the doorway and use a glare to pull a slime from the center of the arena. Don't use dots. Use a single target attack. And bring it to your room. Don't bring it to your tank. Instead, just bring it just inside the room so your tank can grab it with their ranged enmity. Tanks, use your ranged enmity attack to pull the slime onto the green pad. Green slime, green pad, all green, all good. Then healers, go grab another slime and bring it to your tank. Tank, use ranged enmity once again. Pull it off of your healer. 2 slimes are now on your pad. They're going to merge. They're going to create a +1 slime. This slime has a health and damage buff, which has a +1 next to it. That is a +1 slime. Healer, continue grabbing slimes. Tank, continue merging slimes. Do this one at a time. Do it carefully. Don't pull 2 slimes at once. Don't merge too many slimes at once. Every time slimes merge, their number will get bigger. You're going to merge one slime at a time, so you create a +1, a +2, a +3, then finally a +4. You will stop merging at a +4. You will not pull another slime. Your healer will pull one, but you will not merge it. Your room will have a 4 slime on the pad and 1 slime in waiting. We call this a 4+1, because you have a 4 slime on pad and 1 slime waiting on your healer. You will call your room a 4+1, such as Southeast 4+1 or Northwest 4+1, exactly like that. This lets me know that you're ready to move on to the next step, which must be coordinated. Once every room is in a 4+1, I'm going to ask you to confirm it. Once you have confirmed that your room is a 4+1, and I have confirmed it, I'm going to call for a merge. At that time, you're going to merge that final green slime that your healer is holding into your slime, creating a +5 slime. We need to do this all in sync because we need to have all of these slimes merge within 10 seconds of each other. Once the first slime has merged, we have a 10-second countdown timer for the last slime to merge. You need to make sure this slime merges on the green pad. So make sure both slimes are centered on the green pad when they start fusing. Once you see the +5 slime, it will cast Rupture, at which point we are all running out the north door and all the way east to this flag, where we're going to hunker down, cover our heads behind our asses, and pray to God. During all of this time, DPS. There is 1 DPS assigned to every room. Your goal is to attack the red slimes in the room and drag them out. These red slimes, if they merge with any green slimes, get bigger and start killing people. We don't let that happen. Instead, we drag them out and kill them. People at 1 and 2, you're going to help kill the slimes. But you are also to look for red slimes spawning in the room. You're not to just sit around, do nothing. Yes, this is hallway strat. You're not going to sit around and do nothing. You're going to look into the rooms and make sure that the slimes are pulled out and kill them outside of the rooms on the green pad at the north and south doorway. If everything is successful, we will have no red slimes merge, no Bojan soldiers spinning around, all green slimes merging within 10 seconds of each other on the green pad, and everyone at the back corner. And that will be us completely good. So, from the top, I open the door, tanks go to their room, pop invuln. Touch the green pad, touch the wall behind it. Healers make sure their tanks don't die, and then go grab a green slime. Their tank pulls it off of them. Healers continue to ferry green slimes to their tank, 1 at a time. Tanks merge them, 1 at a time. From a +1 to a +2 to a +3 to a +4, then stopping at a +4 and waiting. The healer pulls 1 final slime. You check your room for a +4 slime on the pad and 1 on your healer, and you call a 4+1. Once every room is in a 4+1, I will call for a merge, at which point you pull that final slime into your slime and merge them on the green pad. Green pad, green slime, all green. Then you wait for Rupture. Then, once you see the Rupture cast bar, we go out. During this time, DPS pull red slimes out of the rooms and into the hallways, where they're going to be pulled onto the green pads in the hallways, where people at 1 and 2 are going to help kill them. People at 1 and 2 are also to keep an eye on the rooms, pulling out any red slimes just in case our DPS are a little bit blind. It happens. And that is all. A few things to note: no dancing, no big AoEs, no healing AoEs. We want single target everything. If you're ready, step in front of the doorway. If you have any questions, please ask. Yes, no earthly star, no size. Basically, don't push your AoE buttons. And if you do, know exactly how big they are and not hit anybody that you don't want to. We want to have very precise AoEs because Slimes is a very aggro-based one. If Golems was your DPS check, Slimes is your aggro check. I'm going to tell the other side that we are ready. We are just waiting on the other group to be ready. Okay, Golems is finally ready. Once again, tanks. Remember, turn tank stance on Once you enter your room, pop invuln and go across the green pad and touch the wall. Don't run ahead of me. I'm popping the trap in the center of the area. Trap has been popped. Red slimes are out. Red slimes are out. Bring the slime onto the green pad so people can see it, just in case. Red slimes are out. Tanks, remember, one slime at a time. Merge them one slime at a time. Stop at 4. Check the buffs of your slime. There should be a buff that has a number on it. You're stopping when that buff says +4. Red slimes are out. Don't go to the center. Stay out of the center. Just let the slimes be. Red slimes are out. This is not a race. Do this carefully. Do this methodically. Northeast, 4+1. Red slimes are out. Southwest, 4+1. Southeast, 4+1. Okay, I want to see all those rooms say they're 4+1 again. Double check yourselves. Southeast, northeast, northwest, southwest. Merge, merge. Red slimes are out. Merge. Stay on the pad until you see that rupture cast bar. We are evacuating out the north door and all the way east. Out the north door and all the way east. Form the death dot. Kill anything that comes to us. Don't hop on that pad yet. Do not hop on that pad. A is alive. Are people in B and C alive? B is alive. Okay, we're hopping on the pad and going up. Very clean slimes. I was a little bit worried about Northwest. It looked like the slime was slightly off the pad. We were all good. All loot is personal. No one else can pick up your loot. Go down the stairs and pick it up.
Except for me, I can take your loot. Fine.
I mean, I can take your loot too if you're willing to trade it for me. Trade it to me.
Yeah. Exactly. I'll take all of your contention. That'd be fucking fantastic.
See, but they sell for 10k a pop on the market board.
I know, but see, I need them because we keep wiping. And duelist ain't cheap.
Okay. For the new people, this purple line that you have just crossed, or that you see right here that I'm jumping over, this is your readiness marker. If you're ready, you step across the purple line into the arena. If you're not ready, you step behind the purple line, and say, which signifies that you're not ready. So, if there are hillbillies outside doing fireworks 2 weeks before 4th of July and you need to go yell at them, you stand behind this purple line, you go outside, you give them what for, and then, once you're done screaming at them, getting in a little fisticuffs, you step back across this purple line, showing that you're ready. Welcome to Ravana Savage. I don't care what the title of this boss actually is, it's just Ravana. This is going to be our first enrage fight for the night. So, use food, use lost actions, use everything you've got. You want it to die. I call this boss relative. So when I say front, front, back, back, you need to be front for 2 hits, then back for 2 hits. If I say left, right, right, left, you go left for 1 hit, right for 2 hits, and then left for 1 more hit. Everything else will be called out on the fly. We are waiting on everyone to finish crossing the purple line. Okay, it looks like everyone is back across the line. Please remember to check your tank stance and turn it off. Unless someone else wishes to be the main tank for the night. If you do, please say now. Otherwise, turn off your tank stance. 30 seconds.
Does anybody know the thing to turn off nameplates? Because I think it's pretty polluted.
It's somewhere in... I just have a macro to do it. It's nameplate display, other 1 and 3, I think. 3 hides others other than your party. / nameplate display, other 3. Should hide it. That's what I have my macro to anyway. You good?
I'm working on it.
For the new people, do not use LB. LB is strictly reserved for healer, LB3, as it is one of the very few ways to resurrect in this instance. DPS LB3 is a DPS loss anyway, as long as you have your Pure Essence up. You will do more damage doing your standard rotation than you will with a DPS LB3.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Someone had stepped. Okay, no one is behind the purple line. 30 seconds on the board. Our first mechanic is going to be a raid wide. Wait for the cast bar. There it is, raid wide. Up next, we're going to have a friendly clone appear. Friendly clone appears at 1. It's the only friendly clone of the fight. Every other clone tries to kill us. Say hello to the friendly clone. There he is. And there he goes. Fourfold. Front, front, back, back. Front, front, back, back. One. 2, crossover. 3. 4, look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Be near the boss. Be inside the hitbox, be inside the hitbox, be inside the hitbox. Tanks up front. Sharebuster. Solo Buster, I need to be alone. If you're with me, you're gonna kill yourself. Up next, we're gonna have a knockback or hide and chains. We're gonna get knocked into a barrier, break your chains and get knocked into a barrier. Break your chains and then get knocked into a barrier. Up next, we're gonna have Sand and Stone. Up next, we have Sand and Stone. Or no, Ifrit dashes. I'm way ahead. Ifrit dashes. We're gonna start at D. We are starting at D, and we're gonna hide behind a barrier. We are hiding behind the barrier at right here. Stay here. Hide behind this barrier. Up next, raid wide. Stack on 1. Stack on 1. Everyone on 1. Don't be alone. On 1, on 1. Line AoEs. We're staying stacked on 1. When you see orange, move. Sand and Stone, be on Stone, be on Stone. Up next, we're going to have cones coming from the center of the arena. Rotate them around. They're on tethers. Tethers are cones, rotate them around the center of the arena. Tethers are cones, rotate them around, point them away from the party. Be on sand, be on sand, tethers away. Be on sand, tethers away. Rotate cones away from the party. Don't overlap them, they give vulnerability. Be on stone, be on stone, rotate tethers away. Don't overlap them, they give vuln. One out of the orange. We're going to be inner card of the boss next. Raid wide. Be intercardinal of the boss. Be intercardinal of the boss. Up next, we have fourfold and something. Ifrit dashes. We're starting at 3. We are starting at 3. We're going to be left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. One. 2, crossover. 3. 4, look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Break your chains. Up next, we're going to have Fourfold Raid Wide. Up next, we're going to have Fourfold and Sand and Stone. Fourfold and Sand and Stone. Solo Buster. Boss's hitbox is Stone, Fourfold, and Sand and Stone. Gonna be back, back, front, front, back, back, front, front. Be on sand, be on sand. Boss's hitbox is Stone, be on sand. Back, back, front, front. 1, 2, crossover, be on Stone. 3, 4, be on Stone. One more random one. Be on Stone, be on Stone. Up next, we have Seasons. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. We are resolving orange. Crisscross, orange, flower. Crisscross, orange, flower. Raid wide, be near the boss. Be inside the boss's hitbox, in the hitbox, in the hitbox. Up next, we have a knockback and hide and fourfold. Knockback and hide and fourfold. We're gonna be in, out, out, behind a barrier, behind a barrier. Fuck, I think behind A was first. In, out, out. Out, out. Healer LB3. Break your chain in, Healer LB3. Healer LB3, raid wide. Kill the boss. Just kill it. Kill it. I don't want to see this next mechanic. It's going to be sand and stone and a knockback or hide. We resolve sand and stone first, then knockback. Be on stone, then get behind a barrier or kill the boss. Just kill it, kill it, kill it. Perfect. We have a few deaths. Don't run ahead. There are traps up ahead. Oh man. I wasn't sure we had enough healers, but apparently we had one healer on... Yeah, that was an awful pattern. You need to start behind A, behind a barrier. That way when he does his first swing, you have time to run out in front of him. I wasn't sure how many healers we had at the very end. I'm like, there's a lot of people dead. Hopefully a lot of LB3s go off. And a lot of LB3s went off. That's why we save them. Good job. Okay, we're moving on. Just a little bit worried. If you died, pop a re-raiser. What do you mean it wasn't a plate for log gear? Did you get the entire container? Congratulations, you got 10 plates instead of 1. So that's the piece that you can just trade in directly. So congrats, you got what you needed to get the feat. Up next, we're waiting on our duelist. If we pull Dahu before the duelist does it, this is a listening check. Do not pull Dahu. This is a listening check. You are not to pull Dahu. This is for our duelist. Do not pull Dahu. Congratulations, you have passed the listening check. We are waiting for RP text showing that our duelist has begun. There is the RP text. Dahu is just a bunch of orange puddles. If you're ready, step across the purple line. The only thing we need to know is that he will put numbers above your head. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. That's a lot of healers behind the line. I'll wait till they come back. Once one of those two healers comes back, I'm just going to pull Dahu. Maimei, Maimatane, and Blackstar. Okay, pull in Dahu. Duel is in progress, so no countdown. Orange puddles. Don't be underneath. Don't be in orange puddles. They can be underneath Dahu. Look out. Avoid the orange. Dahu is going to dash shortly. Do not be in front of Dahu. Dahu is going to dash shortly. Do not be in front of Dahu. Be south. Be south. Do not be in front of Dahu. Be south. Avoid the cone. Up next, I'm pulling Dahu to the center. We have line lions. Avoid the line lions and get ready for numbers. One to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Hug that lion and kill it. Kill it. You hate cats and watch it perish. Be near or far, near or far. Out of the juke, then into it. Up next, get knocked back into a safe spot. Congratulations to the duelist for clearing. If you know the secret jutsu, you can use it. Five cones around the boss. 5 cones in front of the boss. 5 cones in front of the boss. 1, 2. Second spot is safe now. 3, 4, 5. Up next is Ad's phase. Treat this as a tank buster on the main threat. Oh boy. Have you ever considered that you might be playing too much video games? Because I don't know a whole lot of people in real life, and I feel like that's hindering my social aspect. I made the joke at one point that I might need to get extra demicular activities, because I don't think I've left my house in any real capacity in the past, like, 4 months. And that's Dahu! Avoid the line lions! Be near or far! Out of the juke, then into it! 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Thanks, if you get the flare marker, head south. To 3 and 4, otherwise, everyone else, head north. Tanks, mitigate, we're both headed towards 4. Tanks, mitigate, we're both headed towards 4. Back on the boss. 5 more fire breathes. Second spot will be safe after cast. 1. Sure, dead. Any deaths? I don't see any dead, but I am also known to be blind at times. I don't see any dead, so we're going forward. Okay. Stop pressing N. I need M. I need 2 dispellers on D. One tank on 1-2 AB4. 1 tank apiece on 1-2 AB4. I need 1 more dispeller on D. Okay. Dispellers, do you know what you're doing? Jump if you do. Okay. Dispellers. Oh, okay. You do know what you're doing, Cycle? Oh, of course you do. You have augmented. Thanks. If you know what you're doing, jump. Okay. We have 1 tank that does not know what they're doing. That is perfectly fine. Tanks on 1-2 AB. You are RS Sphere tanks. On the final phase of the fight, RS Spheres are going to appear. 1 and 2 are North RS Sphere tanks. A and B are South RS Sphere tanks. 1 and A are first in line. 2 and B are second in line. On the final phase, when RS Spheres appear, the first time they happen, 1 goes north, A goes south. Turn on your tank stance. Voke it, get top aggro, and when it dies, pop invuln, because 5 seconds later, you're getting spite checked. If you don't have invuln up, you're dying. After you take the spite check, you're done. Turn off your tank stance. You're now a wet rag. I've used you for your invuln, and that's all you are useful for. I'm sorry. Then, a few seconds later, 2 and B are next. 2 goes north, B goes south. Turn on your tank stance, Voke, and when it dies, invuln. Any of our tanks have any questions? Nope. Okay. If you do, ask. Can I get reflectors A through F, please? You don't need to be in that party. I just need reflectors A through F. ABD. I'm looking for a CEF. FC. Looking for a Reflect E. I need 1 Reflect Echo. You don't need to be in party E to be the reflector there. Link the spot for Reflect E. We don't want tanks reflecting E because they have too high of defense, and it's not guaranteed that they kill the ad by reflecting. Okay, reflectors. You can check Raid Chat 1 and scroll up. There is a chart in Raid Chat 1 with black and blue circles. Let's say I am Reflect E. I'm going to stand at E, and there's going to be an AoE here. You can see the little spirit sphere in the picture. It's going to be casting an AoE. You're going to stand on it. You're going to cast Reflect, and you're going to stand in the AoE until it goes off. Once you have successfully reflected, you are then going to follow the black line and stand in the blue circle. Which means next AoE is going to be like right here for E. I'm going to stand right here. I'm going to cast Reflect, and I'm going to reflect this AoE. That is one set of reflects. There is a second set of reflects later. So I go back here as Reflect E. When the second set of reflects happen, I reflect. I follow the black line, and I reflect again. That's all I'm doing. Remember that reflect is a GCD action, so you cannot be casting in order to use it. Other than that, we have one major mechanic to go over, and that is the missed audio mechanic. This boss has the show your hole mechanic from Orbone Monastery, where the dude takes out a sniper scope and tries to prick you in the ass. You need to show him your not weak spot, which is indicated by not yellow. You're going to get 3 yellow triangles around you, and you need to show your hole. Because the boss is going to try and shove his balls down them, and you need to open it up and show it to him. The boss is going to first fire from the center, and then there are going to be turrets along the wall, which are also going to fire. In Raid Chat 1, there's an image showing turrets. These turrets overlap, and they have arrows on them. You need to be in front of one of the arrows of the turrets, and you need to then show your hole to it. You gave consent when you signed up for this raid, I'm sorry. This may not be what you expected, but this is what peak dildo performance looks like. They are robots. Well, I guess it's vibrator. So, just remember, you need to show your hole in the center and then to the wall. Finally, we have yellow and purple. Every party should have a yellow person that has yellow and a person that has purple during part of the fight. During the first part of the fight, the boss is going to be immune to one of the damage types. I'm going to tell you to click off yellow or click off purple. If you are a caster, you need yellow. If you are a physical damage dealing class, you need purple. If you have the incorrect buff, you are going to be dealing literally 0 damage, like 10 per hit, not 10k, literally 10. So you need to make sure to click off your buff. When I call for it, I will say click off yellow or click off purple. Be very careful, you can accidentally click off your pure essence. You don't want to do that. Have a steady hand. Or there is a macro floating around somewhere. Someone would probably be willing to repost it for the controller users. In any case, if you're ready, step across the purple line. This is an enrage fight, so use food, use lost actions, use everything you've got. All tanks, turn your tank stance on. We're going to be fighting for aggro as we have a duelist. The duelist might rip aggro from us and just immediately murk himself. We don't want that to happen. So, we're all going to fight for aggro, and then 2 GCDs after the fight begins. If you are not top aggro on one of the bosses, evoke it. 30 seconds is going on the board. I believe everyone has crossed the purple line, correct? Correct. All tanks have tank stance on. We're fighting for aggro during this first opening phase. Raid wides coming out. If you're not one of the main tanks, turn off your tank stance. Soldier to the center, warrior to the wall. Click off purple, need yellow. Click off purple, need yellow. If you have the purple buff, you're dealing literally 0 damage. Click it off. Our first mechanic is going to be a bomb mechanic. It is going to be Shield Omen. We're going to get knocked back from the center towards the side with the tether. Knocked back from the center towards the side with the tether. We're going to stand on a bomb. Tether's the big. Or, yeah, not a tether's the small, non-tether's the big. Tether's the small, non-tether's the big. Get knocked back towards the side with a tether. Tether's the small, non-tether's the big. If you land first, go to a place where an explosion just was. Dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior. The warrior is being boosted now. Get ready to dispel him. Dispel him now. Dispel, dispel, dispel. Perfect. Raid wide. Remember, if you die, pop a re-raiser. Up next, we have lightning, wind and lightning. Wind and lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. We are then going to look towards the center for french fries and then be near or far on the side without them. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. We're going to be inside the boss's hitbox in the center, on the side without french fries. In the hitbox, on the side without french fries. East. In the center, east. Good. Back on the bosses. Warrior is high. Warrior is high. Focus down the warrior. We need them to die at the same time. Whew. Tank Buster. Click off yellow. Need purple. Click off yellow. Need purple. Please prioritize the main tanks. Up next, we're going to have Sword Omen. We are taking a bomb against the wall. Stop focusing on warrior. Focus on knight. We are taking a bomb against the wall. Tethers to small, non-tethers to big. Tethers to small. No, tethers to big, non-tethers to small. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. Against the wall. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. Tethers to big, non-tethers to small. Against the wall. As usual, if you land first, go to a place without an explosion. Stop attacking the warrior. If you land first, go to a place without where there was just an explosion. Back on the boss. Kill him at the same time. Dispel the warrior. The warrior's getting boosted. Kill the warrior. Kill the warrior. Okay, that's just fine. It's not the enrage. Next phase. You no longer need yellow or purple. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. Our first mechanic is going to be Fireball Frogs. Small fireballs make small AoEs, big fireballs make big AoEs. The safe spot will be between the two small fireballs. Small fireballs jump second. Fireball frogs are going to jump. Our safe spot is going to be north. Our safe spot is going to be north. Show your hole to the center. Then wall. Back on the bosses. Split the bosses up. Tank buster. Tank busters. Split the bosses. Pick up the bosses. Split them up. Someone pick up the boss. Split them up. Raid wide. Up next, we have turrets. Main tanks, get ready. Main tanks, pick up your turret. These turrets need to die. Get ready for invuln. Invuln main tanks. Invuln main tanks. Kill these turrets. These turrets absolutely need to die. Kill the turret, kill the turret, kill the turret. On to the bosses. Up next, we're gonna have ice or fire. Pyretic or whatever the other one's called. Stop moving, stop attacking, deselect the boss. Sheath your weapon. Stop moving, stop attacking, deselect the boss. Back on the boss. Up next, we're going to have jumping clones. Up next, we're going to have jumping clones. Tethered clone swing, clones jump twice. Tethered clone swings, clones jump twice. This is a Mustadio mechanic. You're showing your hole. Our safe spot is west. Our safe spot is west. Show your hole to the center. Wall. Back on the boss. Raid wide. Tank buster. Kill the bosses. Healer LB3, healer LB3. Aerosphere tanks, get ready! Reflectors, get ready! Kill these Aerospheres, kill these Aerospheres! Aerospheres need to die! Reflectors, get ready! Aerosphere tanks, get ready! Reflectors, reflect! Kill the Aerospheres! Kill the Aerospheres! The Aerospheres need to die! Kill the boss. This is Enrage. Don't attack the side that is being parried. Nope. Oh. Just not enough DPS. Oh. It was a worthy try. Yeah, there's a lot of ifs, but ultimately, it is a raid experience check. We just need more people alive. That's where I'm going to call it for the night. What causes the damage down? Damage down is being caused by reflectors failing to reflect both of the orbs. So when someone misses a reflect, that causes a damage down. Someone has the log. Someone might have the logs. There's 48 people or 46 people here. I hope everyone learned something, especially the new people. It was good attempts. Everyone hopefully learned something, and I will see you next week. Next week, I'm going to start a little bit late and probably only do one run because I have D&D next Sunday. But thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you again.
Thanks for the run.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a good one. See you all.
Bye.
It feels good, yeah.
Can you play Blue Mage in here? I never see anybody do it.
You know,
No, you can't Blue Mage in Eureka.
they don't want to let them into forays because apparently instant death moves are too much for them.
That was a missed opportunity for a full Blue Mage BA run.
God, if only.
You don't want to play death.
Imagine everybody final stings or sacrifices.
Yeah, that's what most people end up saying. Oh, you're not in blue mages because they do too much damage and it's still all the NM kills.
No, I'm
Motherfucker,
talking
they
about
already
them
do
all
it.
dead. How do they get revived?
You know,
Okay,
just don't die,
someone-
Fivehead.
Whoever in here knows Japanese, write into the next letter to the producer and ask Yoshi really nicely if we can have Blue Mage in Eureka.
That would be awesome.
Why would you do anything else at that point?
I want him to run BA with us instead.
They like might all final sting, but that's what Spirit of the Remembered is for.
True. 70% of the time it works every time.
How much time is this? About like 5 minutes left, right?
Full time is now. Go.
Oh, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Bracelets. Stand in dark.
Let him die. Leave him dead.
No, we don't do that. Because we're awesome.
I could
throw one spirit dart. Let him die. Let him